your spirit as well. You are welcome to my live. You are welcome to Contemporary Views. You're very welcome. Unfortunately, on media these days, we no longer have good news. The good news that comes is so scarce. We have more of negative news than good news. So, hi there, you're welcome to my live. Where are you joining in from? Good morning. What time do you have over there? I hope that, all right. All right. So, how are you spending your weekend? How is it going over where you are? Thank you for joining my live. My name is Julia, and you're welcome to my live. All right. Um, it is a sad moment for one of Nigeria's finest in the person of actor Jerry Amilo. For those of you who don't know who Jerry Amilo is, Jerry Amilo is a veteran Nollywood actor, producer, and businessman. He's been in the Nollywood sphere for quite some time now. Say he has a career that spans, say, 15, 20 to 30 years. He has a career that spans between 20 to 30 years. Yes, he's been in the Nollywood for such a long time. Thank you so much for joining my live. When you join, you like the video. So this week, there's news about him that is not so nice. I really feel bad for him. I really sympathize with him, and I send my condolences to his family. What actually happened is renowned actor Jerry Amilo loses his daughter. She was only 14 years old. It was a young girl. She was still a baby. Sadly, that family has not exposed what actually happened. You're welcome to my live. Thank you for joining. Sadly, their family has not been able to disclose what actually transpired, but what is on the news is he lost his daughter. Actually, she has been put to rest. Thank you so much for joining my live. You're welcome to my live. My name is Gillian, and this is Contemporary Views. So this said daughter was laid to rest last week. Trisha, thank you for joining. Where are you joining in from? Just as I would always tell you, whenever I bring, thank you so much. Nice to meet you too, Trisha. Where are you joining in from? From the US. Thank you so much. I hope that you liked and shared my video already, and I hope that you're following the page and the channel too. Thank you so much for joining today. So this information was made public since last week. I mean, the burial of this young girl, Jerry Amilo's daughter by name Chidera, but I wasn't quick to bring out this information to you because I was hoping that I would find out the actual cause of death. Please do well to like the video. Thank you so much. I did not want to bring out to you, but unfortunately, they have still not told the media what happened to the girl, but it is said that she recently moved to Nigeria to live with her family, but unfortunately, she instead passed on. Now, usually on Contemporary Views, we bring stories so that we can learn about them. We can learn a thing or two about uh, the subjects here. Unfortunately, it is a sad story, but then we can still learn things from sad events. I am bringing this particular story because I think that in our world of today, things like this are very common. Now, say 20 years back, 25, 30 years back, when I was much younger, I used to see older people uh, go to the world beyond. It was very normal to see adults pass on. But you can see that these days, very young people are beginning to pass on, leaving behind even their parents and grandparents. To me personally, this doesn't sit well. It is not the normal cycle of life. Thank you so much for joining, and you're welcome. Do well to like the video and follow the channel. Thank you so much. It is not normal for adults to stay alive and children begin to die. When I saw that, I was pretty worried. I was very concerned because I know that that is not the normal way things should go. Actually, parents should not be burying their children, but their children burying them, and youths should not be passing on very young. At least that is not the normal cycle of life. Everybody deserves a chance to live the life that God gave them, enjoy the goodness of life, yes, grow old, mature, and reach a ripe old age. But I begin to feel that this is no longer the way things unfold in the world today, and I am concerned. I am worried about that because that is not the normal sequence of things. Thank you so much for joining. Do well to like the video and follow the channel for more informations like this. So now the first thing that really caught up with me when I heard this story. This is a man who has been on public eye but kept his family private. We did not know that, we knew that he was married, but the presence of his family on media was not that powerful. They lived a very private life, and many informations about himself and his family was not out. But I went down to his Instagram page and I saw a couple of information about himself and his daughter. Actually, he did a video, say the 19th of September, yes, when his daughter moved into the country with him. Say this should be like 2 weeks back, and he was talking about it, that he was like making a fun video that his daughter was growing too big, and that at only 14 she was trying to measure up in height with him. It's a pretty tall girl though, and that she was trying to measure up in height with him, and that she should slow down. It was a beautiful video. This is a man who was very proud of his daughter, because if you go to his Instagram, you will see that he has lots of pictures of his children, and particularly this daughter who has passed on. It is sad that it all ended this way, that he brought this child into this world, and he again at the same time will be the one to prepare and send this child out of this world again. Every parent out there wishes for their children to bury them and not the other way around. And every sane human cannot wish that for any parent to, bury their own children. But it's rather unfortunate that it all turned out like this. It is sad, it is bad, and I feel really overwhelming, you know. So, but just as I will tell you on contemporary views, yes, we look at stories and then we try to learn something from these stories. Now, the first thing, I have just two lessons to draw from this situation, from this sad incident. The first thing I will be drawing your mind to: life has proven over time that indeed it's short. Life is short. You are not guaranteed of tomorrow. You are not guaranteed, because life is really short. Most people sometimes take out time to make trouble. They take out time to keep malices. They take out time to hurt other people. That is because they don't know how short life is. They don't value life. The life that they have, the people that God has blessed and put them in their lives, they do not value these people, and it is sad. Because when a time like this comes, then you begin to reflect on how you have wasted much time doing nothing. Are you done? How you have wasted much time doing nothing. So let people live life the way they're supposed to be living life. They should not just capitalize on some kind of pain in the past, some form of ignorance, just capitalize on things that really do not matter, because you don't know when the hour is going to be. You don't know when that hour is going to be. Now, it is amazing enough that God Almighty made death a mystery. So, based on the fact that death is indeed a mystery, I believe that people should start understanding and relating to life even more, because you do not know. It happens mysteriously. You don't see it coming. It just takes away your loved ones. What if you were not in good relations with that loved one? What if you were not happy with that person? What if you were not in collaboration or in unison with that person? How are you going to feel when that person leaves and things are not straight, or things are not working out, or we're not working out between you two? I believe that you must not be a victim to learn life's lessons. They come to you very, very brutal, unrestrained. They come to you like a sword, and you must take it. Today is Jerry Amilo. Tomorrow might be someone else out there watching me now. So I am sending this message to you that we all should appreciate life more, because you don't know the hour, and you don't know the time, and you don't know the place. It just happens, just as the Bible will tell you. It will come like a thief in the night and steal away your loved ones. Now, if the daughter of Jerry Amilo, Chidera, was sick, that is understandable. If it was in an accident, that is still understandable. But for the fact that the family has refused to disclose the cause of death, it now makes it even more worrisome, because we don't even know what actually transpired. Maybe if it was a terminal disease, you would say that the young girl will be resting. But no matter what, you're welcome to my life. Hi, Lena. No matter what, it is always very important for you as a parent to raise your children and not bury them. At least that is not the normal cycle of life. The normal cycle of life is for you as a parent to go before your children and not the other way around. So now, I told you I had just two things that I will be bringing out from this situation. And the first one, thank you so much, Elena, you're welcome. And the first one, people should spend more time. Well, let me digress a bit on that because I was talking about life in short, but something just came into my mind right now and I want to talk about it. Most of you out there who do jobs, 9 to 5 jobs or other kind of work, you don't take time to rest. Am I correct? You don't take time to rest. Some of you don't get to spend time with your family, especially the males. Somewhere around Africa, the fathers are not even around. Children grow up without even getting to spend quality time with their fathers. Well, I am not talking about all of that now. I am going somewhere with this topic, okay? Most people do not get rest. They don't rest at all. They don't spend time with their family. And when things like this begin to happen, there is a vacuum in that family. And when it eventually ends up in death, it is even worse because you're going to beat yourself up. You have a child, you are nowhere in the life of that child, you don't spend time with your family, you don't even take a rest on your own. It really doesn't make sense. When you don't rest, you break your body and anything can happen to you. But what you're forgetting to know is if you are not there at that job is not going to stop. The job will still go on. Other people will be hired. The moment you lose the job, the office will not stop running. That institution was surely concerned. So my advice is take out some time to rest for those of you who are working so hard to provide for your family. Now that family that you want to provide for, you don't even spend time with them in the name of work. You spend all your time outside of your family because you think that it is important to raise money for them. Now, what you're failing to understand is family life is also very important. A parent should be present in the lives of their children, be it a mother, be it a father. You should be present in the lives of your children. Now, you only have one life to live in this world. I don't think there are people coming to this life twice. I think it is only once. So far, I have not seen someone coming back more than once, someone being more than once. They only give birth to you in this life once. So why not make the most out of it? Why not share your time here on earth with those people you call your family? Remember that you cannot buy family. You cannot buy. You cannot choose them. It is not in your right to even do so if you want to do so. You are born into a family and you begin family. You don't choose the people of your family. You don't choose the lineage you will be born to. You are only born to that lineage and then you grow up to discover you were born in that lineage. It is not even in your power to choose. So why be absent to those people that you call your loved ones? Why be absent in the lives of your family member? So I managed to digress with this topic because I needed to throw light on the fact that if you go to Jerry's platform on Instagram, you would see him spending time with his children. But I can't say the same for some of you out there. You have children that you have abandoned. You have children that lack love. You have children that have lack family time. You know, you are not there. You are not in their lives. So be present in the lives of your children. Be present in the lives of your loved ones. Be present in the life of your family, irrespective of the kind of work that you do, irrespective of the kind of things that you want to achieve. You have to be present in the life of your family. Now, I said that we are going to take just 2 lessons home from this sad episode. And I already discussed the first one, which is you must spend time with family because life is short. Indeed, life is short. If you look at the way people are dying lately, young people at that, you would really appreciate life more. So let us begin to appreciate life more. Now, the second thing or lesson that we should draw from this incident, you would know that in as much as you wish for your children to grow old, sadly, not all of them will grow old. There recently, publicly too, the group of young people always insulting older people. To me, I think that it is some high level of foolishness. It doesn't sit well. Now you should know that it takes the grace of God for someone to grow old. My great grandmother passed on in 2007. She was 117 years. As we speak, my grandmom, to the glory of God, is still alive and she is in her mid-90s. She's not using a walking staff. She walks straight up on her own. She eats everything that she wants to eat. Sometimes she can be sad because she's lost 4 of her children that she needed, but she's still strong and alive. Won't you say that that is grace? You can't buy that in the market. Not everyone is going to grow old. Not everyone. Even if you wish to grow old sometimes, but if God Almighty, who gives life, doesn't grant you that, you would not grow old. So to those of you who take interest in insulting the older generation, I think it's some kind of folly. It is foolish of you to insult people who grow old. Not everyone will grow old. Not everyone. You think it is easy to grow old in life? It is not. It is not. You find people at 50 and 60, they are already folding up. But I can categorically tell you that when I was much younger, you will see those people folding up like they're bending over. They'll be in their 80s and 90s, but it is no longer like that. You see a young man of 40, you see a young woman of 40, she's almost gone. They now look like people of 50, 60, 70s in their 40s. It's like people grow older even faster. I don't get to understand. So the point here is for those younger generations insulting the older generation that they are old, they are too big for this, they are too big for that. To me, that's foolishness. To grow old is grace. It's a beautiful thing to grow old. It is a wonderful thing to grow old. You can go and ask your parents if you doubt that. Ask your grandparents if you doubt that. There is a whole lot of wealth in the heads, hearts, minds, and welfare of all people who have grown old. They don't need to struggle. They have wealth of information that they can give you. It is not easy. When I used to doubt why some older people, when they add +1, they celebrate their birthdays. And as I grew older, I began to understand why. Just this year, 2 of my classmates I sat with in lower seats. That is 2005. I sat with them in the same class. 2 of them, they have gone. One of them left without any child. The other one left behind 3 children. But the point is, they are gone. Now I began to understand now why people, when they turn 50, they celebrate. When they turn 60, they celebrate. When they turn 80, they celebrate. It is not easy to grow old. So I want to believe that if I tell you that it is foolishness for the younger generations to insult the older generations that they are old, it's foolishness, really. I am correct to say that is foolishness. Many people, so many people are dying in their prime. Why is that so? In their prime, when they are supposed to be having life going on well for them, then suddenly you hear that they are no more. Nobody takes life, nobody takes death like that. It's not cool. It's not cool. So I need you guys to have a reflection about your lives. Have a reflection about the lives that you live. Have a reflection on the way you see life. Make changes to the way you see life. Appreciate life more. Do good in life. Live healthy in life. So many of you are out there, ingesting substances, thinking that you are living life. No, you are slowly but steadily taking yourself out from this life. So be mindful of the things that you ingest in the name of enjoyment. Now, some people will say that they don't have a control of their life and destiny, but at least you have control over what you can ingest, right? You can choose to ingest this thing or that thing. You can choose not to ingest them. So start taking care. Start being mindful of the things you do in this life. You don't know the day, you don't know the time. It may happen for you when you're really young. It may happen to you when you're really old. But I don't believe that anybody at all wants to live really young. What can you tell yourself if you are a parent in that situation? I want to believe that it's a situation where you cannot even console yourself. Even if people try to console you, you will not even want to listen. You will not even want to understand. You will find it practically impossible to understand. I am talking from a place of reasoning. We are reasoning this thing out. It is really sad. Even to my enemy, I don't think that I can wish them to lose their very own offspring. There is a school that I know, and the motto of that school is "Child is father to man." That's the words. But when I grew older and then began to reflect on that particular motto, that child is father to man, this means that whatsoever you do for your children while they are young, you expect them to do for you when you are older. Because when you are young, you are strong, you are good. But when you begin to grow older, you now begin to fall into the place of a child. Remember that our grandparents, when they become too old, they cannot take care of themselves. We now rise to the occasions to take care of them. We prepare their bathing water, just like how a mother prepares bathing water for their children. Sometimes it is bad, so bad that we even have to feed them. These days, we even see our grandparents and parents who are now, they are now reduced level of diaper wearing. They'll always say that diapers are for children, but we now have parents who are in this category, and we still have to love and take care of them. So now I began to reflect on that motto, which says, child is father to man. It means that every child stands, I don't want to use the word investment, but it stands like an investment to their parents, to their family. Most children born in homes where their parents are married are born for love, out of love. So you loving someone so much that you marry them and then you want to have a child with that person, and then this child is a love child that you gave birth to out of love. Imagine you at some point losing that child. It's not something to write home about. It is really sad. A very, very sad situation. I already sent my condolences to Jerry Amilo, but then let's reflect on these things. People die really young these days. Old age is not guaranteed for everyone. You may be sick and you don't see old age. You may have an accident and don't meet old age. Some people these days decide to delete themselves and they will not see old age. So make life more meaningful for you and your loved ones. Those people that you call them family, make out time for them. Create time for them. Do not spend the small time that you have making problems, making malices. 2 days back, I did a video on Work With Me. Work With Me is my other channel. I have that channel on Facebook, on YouTube, and then a page on Facebook with the same content, Work With Me. On Work With Me, I was talking about the importance of someone not taking away your peace. I believe that if people begin to do stuff to you that make you sad, you have every right to cut off from these people. Why? Because your peace of mind is not something you can negotiate with. I, for one, if I am not happy, I can't go to sleep. If I am sad, sleep runs away from me. So I have learned to, suppress that. If you make me sad, if you don't make me happy all the time, I have reasons to be sad because of you. What I do is I withdraw from you. You will realize that I no longer call you. I no longer take your call. If you were following me on social media, I'd block you from my following, so you don't have any reason to comment on anything that you see about me, because I would not like for you to comment about anything. I would not like to remember or want to get any information or opinions from your end. So I am going to block you from my social media handle. Right now I am talking, there's someone I have to block. Yes, I don't know why they are trailing me, why they are looking for me. Yes, but that's a stage where I passed already. I moved, so I don't need for them to be coming to my social media to listen to the work I now do. To me, doesn't make sense. Now back to what I was saying. Your peace of mind should not be tampered with. I was just telling you how I cope with mine. I'm going to delete that person from my social media, block them so they can't get any access to me. And if I was following them anywhere, Facebook, Instagram, Thread, Twitter, anywhere, I unfollow so I don't get to see any information about them. Now, usually in life, you have people with whom you have common friends with. So in the case of our common friends, if they hear about it and they decide to always bring those people I am avoiding up in our discussions, and then I will cease to have discussions with those people. I would stop discussing things that may, relate to that person that I am trying to avoid. Now, this is not enmity because someone had said that is enmity if you're not talking to someone. No. It is better for you not to argue with someone today so that in the future you can talk to that person again. It is normal for human beings to disagree. If things are not working out today, for the two of you to fight, it is better for me. I believe that it is better I ignore you, I move on, and then sometime in the future, maybe we can find a common ground to talk again. So, not wanting to talk to you is not a form of enmity. Rather, I am preventing that enmity from even popping up. You know that if you don't give someone audience, they will not have an opportunity to disrespect you. If you don't give someone audience, they will not have an opportunity to anger you. If you don't give someone audience, they will not have an opportunity to tell you anything that will hurt you. So I adopted that strategy and it's working out really well for me. Why did I do that? Because of my peace of mind. I already told you that if I am bothered about something, it takes away my sleep. Naturally, as a person, I don't sleep much. And then if I am worried about something, I don't sleep at all. So anything that can take away my sleep, anything that has potential to keep me up at night, anything that I think will make me worry, right? I block that thing. I don't care if it's a relative, I don't care if it is a loved one, I don't care if it is family, I don't care if it's a friend. I know myself. Don't they say know yourself? Peace of mind is non-negotiable. You cannot negotiate peace. You cannot. If you are worried, a lot of things are going to go wrong. Imagine a surgeon who is sad. Will that surgeon be able to carry out surgeries properly, normally? Imagine a banker who is sad. Will that banker be okay to operate and do their work without making mistakes? Sometimes we are the cause of our problems. You know that you are going to get hurt. You have seen the red flags. It is flaunted in front of you, but you still want to go in and see before you start looking for a way to move out. All those relationships, all those situationships, all those friendships, any kind of ship that is going to seize your peace of mind, I advise you to end them, to stop them, to move away from them, to retract from them. It is better you don't argue today for posterity's sake rather than fight and become enemies in life. So now basically I was just like trying to paint a picture where if you see that someone is stepping on you in this life, someone is hurting you, someone is not making you feel okay, it is okay for you to withdraw from such a person, irrespective of who that person is. Remember that you are the CEO of your life. Nobody is going to tell you how you will live your life. Nobody is going to tell you what you should accept in your life and what you should not accept in your life. Because life is full of choices. And in every choice that you make, surely there will be repercussions. Okay? Now, the challenge most people face in life is they have the power to make choices, but when the outcomes of these choices come, they are not willing to live with the outcomes of these choices that they have made. Now, that's when life becomes challenging. That's when life becomes pretty challenging for many people. For every action, there is a reaction. Now, if you take that action, you should also be ready for the reaction when it comes. So most people are quick to take actions, but when the reactions born out of that action comes, they cannot bear it. So now life becomes unbearable for them. Who do you blame? It takes only an upright mind to even reason out something like this and then accept that they were faulty in their choices and should make amendments, or at least be honorable enough to live with the consequences of their actions. I have digressed so much from the topic. It was about a man, an actor, losing his 14-year-old baby. It is not something that any parent can take. It is so sad. Even if you want to lose children, not at 14. But then life happens, right? Life indeed happens. So life has happened to Jerry Amilo. It is a pain that he is not going to forget as long as he lives in his life. I know that he will never forget. But I pray God Almighty strengthens him and his family at this time. To us all, we have learned two lessons today. Old age is not guaranteed for anyone. So when you are young, do the most out of life that you can. If you have family, spend time with your family. If you have children, be in the lives of your children. Because you don't know the hour, you don't know the day, you don't know the time. And the second thing we're taking home, insulting an older person that they are old is foolishness. It is not an insult. If someone is being is being insulted, there is the younger person insulting the older person. It is grace that people grow old, and if you're aging, be proud of it. How many people are growing old these days? Take out time, go to the mortuary and see the kind of people that are brought to the mortuary and that are being taken out for burial. Then you would understand what I'm telling you now. You see people in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s. The people in their 90s and 80s are not many. Even 70s, they are not many. The bulk are in their 20s, 30s, and 40s. That's what is actually happening in this world today. Just a couple of days back, I did another video and I was asking the question, where is Alexandra? That information is mostly in the Francophone African space. You have it on all the blogs, they're talking about it. Alexandra was just 21 years old. She schooled in Africa and then went to further her university education in Canada. She was born, her mom who raised her alone. She was the only child of her mother, who was a single mom. This woman did her very best for her child because it was a child she said she conceived when she was only 18 years old. So this was a mistake she made, and she was trying to correct that mistake by taking care of this girl and giving her the best out of life. But lo and behold, she sent this child to Canada, and this child met her end in Canada. This woman was so devastated. She cried like a baby on social media because nothing else mattered to her. It is the same case. A mother bearing her own daughter at 21. Alexandra was in her prime. She was studying in school to become something. She had dreams. Her mother had made everything possible for her to have a better future, and she saw Alex living this future. But unfortunately, life happened, and that dream was cut short. I cannot tell you to stop dreaming. Rather, I am saying dream more. The future is bright, but expect anything from life. Why? Because no one knows the time. So make the most out of the little time that you have in life. Be there for your family. Be there for your friends. Be there for your loved ones. Be there for them. Sometimes there are some kind of pain that you cannot hold on to. You feel that once this pain comes, you're going to let go. Do not let go. Life is worth living. Nothing good in life comes easy. We always hear that. But there are also very, very bad things that happen to good people in life. There is no criteria for these things happening, so you cannot tell. You cannot tell. So the only thing I can say is, let's just try to make the most out of life. No matter how challenging life is, no matter how painful, let's just make the most out of life. So thank you all so much for watching my live. To the family of Nollywood actor Jerry Amilo, I send a heartfelt condolence. May God grant you the grace, the strength to go through this trying moment. And for all of us out there watching right now, may God bless us all and give us long life. May we all grow old to a ripe old age. May we watch our children grow old. May the dreams that our youths are dreaming today come to fruition. May none of them be cut short in this life. Find time to make peace with yourself, peace with your maker, and peace with every human living in this world, even if you means cutting them out. All right? So with that, I would say that I have exhausted all that I had to share with you this time. Happy weekend to you. I still may come live today, if not tomorrow. But then let's just take this moment to do some reflections. All right? So thank you so much for watching my live. Bye, Facebook. Bye, YouTube.